All right, so can you guys see my screen now?
Yes, sir.
All right. So first and foremost, I would like you guys to, see your scores. So I would like to congratulate. Most of you were able to get at least 70%. So that's the average. And then the highest was actually 93 out of 100, and that is Miss Zulueta, Kyla Lian. So congrats for getting a score of 93. And then some of you were able to, get 90, 91, 81. So yeah, I would say that you guys are doing good, you know, in midterms. I hope you guys can maintain your scores, whatever you have right now, to our final activities. Especially with our laboratories, because that is the major downfall of my students. During the finals, they're getting maybe at least 50% of their exam, or maybe 60. So they're not doing that good. Okay, so I hope you guys can break the curse, because I know that programming is really difficult, but I just really hope that at least uh, I get a higher score than my past students before. Okay, well that's my only wish. Okay, so that is why we will go over one by one, with your concerns. So if you have a problem, just let me know so I can help you as soon as possible, as soon as I can. So yeah, and then one more thing, the reason why I'm showing this one to you is anyone who knows Mr. Dio John Michael, because he didn't take his midterm exam. Anyone who knows this guy, Mr. Dio John Michael, and also Miss Kochag, Georgia, and also Mr. Pulido Jordan Angelo. Okay, so please inform those three students if ever you guys knew them. So just let them know that they have to take their midterm exam. Okay, so even though they've got a high score in the laboratories and their quizzes, but if they don't have their midterm exam, they will still fail the subject, or they'll get an INC. Okay, so anyone who knows them, Mr. Miss Kochak Georgia, Mr. Dayo John Michael, and the last one is Mr. Pulido Jordan Angelo. So I guess none, since none of you were trying to speak. Anyway, so let's just go over with the week 4. All right. So I hope you guys have already done, reading and installing the Visual Studio. Okay, it could be 2015, could be 2019, or it could be 2020 or 2021. So any of those will be fine. And then for the week 4, so I have mentioned last week that I have already published this one, and then I have already created a existing tutorial video. So you can find it on Watch Videos, or here on Module 7 Overview. So out of those two, you'll be able to find that video. So under Video Materials, if you will go to Module 7 Overview for Week 4, you will see on the Video Materials this link, Video 1 Intro to Computer Programming. So just click this one, and then it will lead you to this YouTube link. Okay, so the same with this Watch Videos. Okay, so just click this one, and then it will lead you to the same link. All right, so in here, this is really really important. So I hope you guys have lended at least 2 hours of your time. You can skip some of the topics if you already know them, and then you can always go back with the things that you or it wasn't clear to you, or you can just consult me if there is a part, or there are parts that I wasn't able to explain clearly. Okay, so this was uploaded last year, September 29, 2020. Well, I guess the way I teach before and then the way I teach right now is still the same. So I hope that I was able to explain this one as clearly as possible. So how about just give me a thumbs up just to let me know if some of you were already started or have already started watching these tutorials. Anyone? Just at least 1 hour or 30 minutes? Only one? How about the others? Haven't you guys checked this video yet? Only two? Only three? What about the others? Okay, four. So maybe four or five out of, I don't know. So there's 47 students of mine in this subject. So I hope at least 15 or 20 of you were able to, watch this one, because if not, then that would be a big problem. Okay, so this is where you will learn the fundamentals of Visual Studio. Okay, so make sure to visit and check this one out. Okay, because I will not discuss this one in detail anymore. We'll just go over with the slides, in which I think I need to discuss one more time. But just a recap. Okay, maybe 5 to 10 minutes of recap, and then we'll move on to VB2. Okay, Visual Basic Branching, which is already on week 5. Okay, so why am I doing this one? So that you guys can have most of your time to experiment, to ask your concerns. Because if it will just finish this topic when on week 6, then you don't have enough time anymore to finish your final project. Okay, so I'm really hoping that we could finish this, so week 5 and week 6 next week. Okay, so that is why you have to finish this week 4 as early as you can. So I hope you guys will be able to finish this one tonight, or maybe tomorrow, or within this week, because next week, okay, maybe we are now going to start, or we are now going to finish the module 8, and then maybe this coming Wednesday, so we'll start with the module 9 already. Okay, so that you can have one more week to finish all of the laboratories. Okay, especially the lab 9 and 10. Okay, lab 9 and 10 is the complete program of this lab number 7 and 8. So if you will check this one, all right, so let me just clarify this one. It's lab number 7, interface, no codes. Okay, all right, there you go. So if you guys if you guys have noticed already, so I'm only asking for the interface. Okay, no need for codes for now, just the interface. And then once you're done with interface, your lab number 9 and 10 is the final, okay, uh, program, or the what do you call this one, the one that has a code, or the one that has functionalities. You already have a working checkbox, working radio buttons, working buttons, etc., etc. Okay, so for now, just explore the interfaces, how to move a component, how to resize a component, etc., etc. Okay, with the help of this 3 hour and 45-minute video. Okay, so yeah, again, I'm really concerned if we will start with the module 8 today, if because if you don't have any background regarding with this module 7, I'm afraid you won't be able to learn anything, okay, with this module 8 right here. Okay, so again, let me just confirm. But just give me a thumbs up if you guys were already, you know, watch, or at least maybe at least an hour. I think that at least an hour is enough for you to be able to, uh, know the basics of the Visual Basic or Visual Studio. Okay, so again, I'm asking for your thumbs up if you guys have already checked this video. Okay, so one for Miss Karil, one, two, 3, 4, 5, only 5. What about the others? Okay, all right. So we'll go over with the others later on. So to those who have already watched this video, uh, how was it? Were you guys able to learn something, or is it clear somehow? Or which part you guys are having a hard time in understanding that that slide or that particular topic? Anyone? Why is it not showing? Hmm, where is it? Ah, it's right over here. Okay, so sorry for that. It's on my other screen. All right. So, to those who have already watched the video, so yeah, I've explained this entire 113 slides, this entire module 7, VB1 Intro to Computer Programming. So, which slide you guys are having a hard time in understanding this one? Anyone? So, this is actually step-by-step tutorial on how to use the 2015. Yeah, this is a Visual Basic 2015 version. So the one that I'm using during the tutorial is, I guess, 2019. So don't you guys worry. They are still quite the same, even though, this one is 2015 and then the other one is 2019. Okay. So anyone, what are your feedbacks to those who have already watched the 3 hour and 45-minute video? All right. So how about you, Miss Hidayah? Have you already watched this video? The 3 hour and 45-minute video? Hello? Alright, so maybe she's not around. How about you, Miss Karil? Oh, she's gone. She's disconnected. How about you, Miss Karil Fuller? You're one of the people who have, give me thumbs up, who have already watched this video. So, what can you say regarding with this video tutorial? Is it fine? Or are you having a hard time in understanding this tutorial? Hello, hello, hello. Can you guys hear me?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So, are you there, Miss Karil? All right. So, I'm not really sure if we are still going to discuss the next module after this. Because again, my concern is if you haven't watched this one yet, so you won't be able to learn anything on the next module. So you should learn the basics first, the fundamentals before jumping onto the next module. Well, anyway, So one more thing that I would like to want you guys to check is this one. Not this one, this one. So lab number 7, sample interface.exe, and then lab number 8, sample interface.exe. So this is an application. Okay, so just download this one, download mp1.exe, and then download mp2.exe. So in my case, I already have the mp1, but I don't have the mp2 yet, so I'm going to download it now. So once you're done in downloading it, so here's what you will see. Okay, so to those who are detecting that this one is a virus, so you can just ignore this one, so it's okay. So it's just an application, so it's an unvalidated application because it was created from this visual uh, basic. Okay, this one right here, Visual Studio 2019. So yeah, it has to be validated by a certain application before it can be you know seen as a legitimate or unharmful application. Okay, so yeah, going back right here to mp1, so just left click and then open that one and then just click run, and then you will see this interface right here. So this is just an interface, so even though you can move this radio button and check this one right here, if I click compute total amount, so it will not show you or give you anything. Okay, so it's just a plain interface. So this is the one that I would like you guys to create, okay, on your lab number 7. Okay, so this one is a picture box with a text and then another text right here, another text right here. So those texts could be done with the use of a label. So I hope you guys have already know what is a label is. Okay, and then a label again, label, label, and then we have here a text box. Okay, so for this one, you don't need to put anything, just an empty text box. And then in here, the one that is in yellow is actually a menu tab. Well, not a menu tab, a panel. Okay, so you can use a panel or a group box. Okay, so any of those two will be fine as long as you'll be able to create a background color with the yellow. So yeah, and then we have here a text, a label, a label, 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 and then the circle one right here is a radio button. Okay, so I am now mentioning to you guys the names of those components so that you can just easily find them on the Visual Studio 2019 or 2015. And then this one, the one that is in square box right here, is a checkbox. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, and then 15 radio buttons inside it. And then we have two buttons right here. One that is named by namely close program, and then the other one is compute total amount. And then we have the other categories wherein this one is in a group box, another a group box right here with a background color of a little bit of gray. So yeah, and then another thing here, a little bit of gray, which is for drinks, and then another radio buttons, and then this one is check boxes, and then check boxes, and then another text box right here, and then this one is just a daytime picker. So just uh, find that one or just type daytime picker, you will see this one. So whatever is the current date of your computer, that is the one that will be displayed. The same with what I have in here. So uh, I didn't code this one or I didn't program this one. So whatever is the current date of your computer, that is the one that will be displayed in here. So May 28, 2021. And then another label for date. Okay. So yeah, this is it for the uh, lab number 7. So any questions so far?
None, sir.
How about the others? So for the picture, you can actually find any picture, any pizza picture on the internet, or you can just use this one if you want. Just use the snipping tool and then save it as a JPEG, and then that's the one that you can now upload in here. So again, this is a picture box. Okay, so I made some examples on the this video right here. So make sure to visit this one. Okay, let me just check that. Yeah, this one right here. So I did some demos right here on how to upload a photo on this picture box. So for example, this one, just click open and then just click OK, and then there you go. You now have your background picture. But for the label, what is that specifically? Let me find a picture box. Hmm. Yeah, maybe this one. So yeah, for this example, so you can let's go to the programming part. So yeah, here's in this video you will see everything on how to get a component and then put it inside of your component tray. You can here's where you can check to how to resize it, how to change the color, etc., etc. How to change the text name, the size. Okay, let's just forward this one, and then yeah, here's where you can upload the photo. Oops, sobrahan ko. Well, anyway, yeah. So just make sure to visit this one. So yeah, there you go. Here's where you can show two different pictures in one picture box. All right. So yeah, that's it for the lab number 7. And then for the lab number 8, so just download this mp2.exe, okay, in which I have already have it on my downloads. So the same process, just open this one and then just run it, and then you will see this one. Okay, so in here this is actually the complete program of the uh, lab number 8. So this is not just an interface, this is a working lab number 8. But in lab number 8, the one that I would like you guys to create for now is the interface, so no program for now. Okay, so just submit this kind of user interface, this interface right here, and then that's it, you're good to go. And then after you're done with the interface, maybe you might want to try to program this compute bottom now, so that once you put a value in here, so it will give you a result in here. So for the series, for the parallel, and then for the combination. So I hope you guys have already have a background on how to compute a series connection, a parallel connection, and then a combination. So this is a combination of series and then parallel circuit. Okay, and then the one that we are looking for, the total resistance, total current, the voltage drop across R1, across R2, R3, R4, etc., etc. Okay, same with parallel, but just a different unknowns. Like we have here total resistance, we still have total current, but in here we are now looking for the current on the R1, current on the R2, and then the R3. And then for the series, so the same, we still have the total resistance and then the total current, but in here we are looking for the voltage drop across R1, R2, and R3. Okay. And then for the background picture, since you guys will not be able to get this one anywhere since it's being covered by the other components, so you can find any background picture that you want, as long as it's uh, quite related with this circuit analysis program. So just look for a maybe for any electrical circuit background. Okay, so something like this will be fine. Okay, something like this is also okay. So anything that is related with circuit, okay, just don't just put any background picture that you want. Okay, don't put a anime background picture. Don't put your picture. Okay, so you must put uh, a circuit related background picture. Okay, so yeah, that's it for this lab number 8. So are we clear so far? Hello, are you guys still there?
Yes, sir.
So is your lab number 8 clear so
Yes,
far?
sir.
Yes. Okay.
Yes, sir.
All right. So maybe the only thing that new to you guys is this one. So this is actually a, so I forget the name. So let's look for that specific component. So this is not just a panel or a group box. So this is a menu button, if I'm not mistaken, or menu box. Let's create a new one. Okay, so create a new project, and then just choose this one, Windows Forms app.net framework. And in here, look for .NET. Where is that one? Windows Forms. Okay, so .NET framework. Okay, so this is the one that you should be looking for: desktop, Visual Basic, and then Windows. So if you have accidentally chosen the others, just uh, close that one, and then don't save that one anymore. Create a new one, and then make sure to choose Windows Forms app .NET framework. Okay, and then click next. And then here you can change the name, and then here's where you can find where you can you wanted to save your work. So in my case, it's being saved on my local disk C, folder users, folder Ryzen 5, folder source, and then folder repos. So in your case, maybe you can just save it on your desktop. Just create a new folder, and then name it Visual Studio Programming, so you guys can easily find that specific file. Okay, so yeah, so well, anyway, that's your own preference where you want to save it. And then for the solution name, so whatever is your project name, that is the same with your solution name. So that is very important. Okay, you don't need to change, or you don't need to put anything here. So the only thing that you want to change in here, or to put some adjustment or changes, is the project name and then the location, and then the rest are as it is. So in here, in my case, I'm using .NET Framework 4.7.2. So if you're having a problem, especially in running or uh, creating the project, so maybe your .NET Framework is outdated. So if you're having a problem, something like that, so you can just search here on the internet to download the .NET framework. Okay, .NET. Yeah, just by typing .NET framework, it will lead you to this Microsoft. Okay, you download. Okay, so it's the same. So it's under here .NET.microsoft.com. So in here, just download the latest one if you want. So yeah, you can download the 4.8. So in my case, I'm still using the previous version, which is 4.7.2, but there is a much more latest version of this one right now. So yeah, I guess using 4.7.1 or 4. I guess I'm up to 4.6 or 4.5 is still okay. Well, if you have 3.5 or something lower than that, then that's the time that you might be having a problem. Okay, because the release date of this one was way back 2008. Unlike 4.6 and above is still 2015. So if you're using a Visual Studio, which is also 2015, then this is much more recommendable. Okay, using a 4.6.1. Okay, so as you guys can see, the end of support of this one is until 2022. Okay, but for this one, we still 2028. Oh, I'm not sure with this one. So just download and install the latest one. Okay, so in that case, you'll be able to have a lesser error. Okay, a lesser problem. All right. So in here, I'll just name this one project. Project 101 maybe. So any name. But in your laboratories, of course, you have to name it properly, like laboratory number 7. Okay, so you don't use hashtag or sharp symbol in here because it will not be accepted. Okay, so just if you want to put number, just put no that to represent that number sign. Okay, or if you want, you can choose the complete name of the number, which is number. But in my case, I'll just use the shortcut, which is number that, and then let's say number 7, something like that. Okay, and then after you're done with this one, just click create, and then just wait a few seconds while it's building its uh, interfaces. Okay, so the first thing that you will see is the blank interface or the blank UI, okay, or the blank form. Okay, so in here, basically it's on the left side. Okay, it's on this row. Okay, let me just reset this one. Okay,